I probably should take the headset off for this, right? What is going on, guys? It's your boy Slick, and today I have a quick video of the dev server. I know the live server's out, but unfortunately for whatever reason I wasn't able to get my content creator stuff today, and I had no helicopters, no access to the new tanks, and nothing like that. So I'm using this footage, but I still know how this tank plays, and I think I'm fairly confident it's a good buy. Now, we made a video on the T55AM. Now, playing against them today, I can tell you I think I was on the right track with it, and I think anybody who bought it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you bought the tank and you're going to have to suffer for a little bit. This tank will be good in the future. Trust me, the T55AM will be good in the future. And if you're wondering why that is, they're going to increase the BRs. The way the game is going, the BRs will go up at some point. And 10.0 won't be the highest. And when 10.0 isn't the highest, the 9.0 tanks are going to thrive again. But we have to wait for that entire cycle, and unfortunately this was a tank added in the midst of the 10.0 cycle, so it can't really handle it. Now the Leopard L44, as they're calling it in game, can actually handle this cycle quite well. It gets the 120mm L44 cannon, which is one of my favorite cannons in the game. I played a lot of Leopard 2A4 today in 2K, just purely because they're my favorite vehicles to play in the game. And I didn't have anything else, so I was just running Germany. And wow, that gun destroys competition. You can't run into a tank that will give you trouble. I don't think you can run into a tank at all that will give that cannon trouble. It decimates things. Now, having it at 9.0 on a Leopard 1 chassis, it does get drawbacks. The 2K is a way better tank than the Leopard A1. So putting the same gun on a Leopard A1 doesn't mean it's a Leopard 2K now. It doesn't get the 20 mil. It's not as fast. It doesn't have the trolley armor. Turret rotation's worse. But it is still an A1A1. And the A1A1 is a great tank. It was a good tank. At this tier, you can do plenty of damage. I believe it has a 6.7 reload with an aced crew. And it fires APFSDS and heat. The heat has 600 and something mils of pen, but I wouldn't recommend using the heat anyway. I think APFSDS is the way to go, and carry some heat shells just in case you run into a 163, a Shilka, some type of AA that needs to get hull broken. The heat does better than that, and the APFSDS doesn't. It just overpens and doesn't kill it. So after using the APFSDS on this gun, you'll realize that a lot of tanks die really, really fast. Now, you have to shoot APFSDS a little different. So anybody who bought this tank to grind the German tree and isn't used to APFSDS play, I'm going to give you some tips right now on where to fire against tanks. We got a Leopard 2A4 here. You're never going to have to fight against them. But the main thing that I went for there is I went for the ammo rack. Always go for ammo with the APFSDS shells. It's the only way you're going to really get a one-shot. You can't. The shell doesn't dissipate around like an AP, BC, or something like that with explosive filler. It's just a dart, and all the dart does is bring kinetic energy through the tank and ignite ammo racks or kill whatever's in front of it. So it doesn't dissipate and go around the turret or wherever you hit, so you have to think about that. If you're shooting, make sure you're trying to maim the enemy from shooting back at you, so kill the gunner, knock out the breech, knock out the barrel, and those are the things you do if you can't hit the ammo. If you can hit the ammo with one shot, hit the ammo with one shot, because you will kill the tank if you hit the ammo. Very few times have I shot this 120 and not killed the tank if I hit the ammo rack. It just doesn't happen that way. Usually you shoot it, hits the ammo, boom, tank is done. So that's my recommendation. If you don't know where the ammo is for most of the tanks at this tier, I would recommend perusing the tech trees and customization and armor profiles. You can see where the ammo racks will be. As you can see there, we killed that Abrams because we got a 3-man lineup in his turret, but you usually don't get those because the way his turret was angled. I got fortunate. Most of the time you'll only get 2 of those guys, and that's an Abrams that will turn around and shoot you. So again, take your time, hit the ammo, do the best you can with the ammo. That's my only recommendation. Now, another thing to note with this tank is it's not going to be the fastest tank on the battlefield, and you will get up tiered to 10.0. Now, getting up tier to 10.0 is a scary thing. It's not the scariest in the world. I'd rather be in this than the T55AM, like I've already stressed. But dealing with the Abrams and other top tier tanks, the T80 especially, they're gonna be tough, and they're gonna be tough nuts to crack. So remember, if you ever get up tiered in this thing, if it happens, I don't know how much it's gonna happen now that everybody has 8.0 premiums. Just note that you are a support tank at this point. If you're top tier, sure, go ahead, rush your spots, try to do it, try to fight other tanks. But if you're not top tier, just remember you are going to be the support tank. You are the tank that needs to follow the big boys, try to get some shots in, and do some damage. And you can definitely do that in this tank. It's not that it's not plausible. You just have to understand your role. And I think that's the biggest thing at top tier, is understanding your role and what your tank's going to do well on which map. Would I recommend this tank for brawling? Yes and no. It's not really a brawl tank. None of the Leopards are, but they work really well in city environments because of their acceleration and speed. You can pop behind people, move around buildings, flank pretty easily. So in that sense, it does work in city combat, but it's not a brawler. You're not going to tank shots with this, and it has less armor than the A1A1 with the 105 in its breach because they had to put the 120 in it, or that was their recommendation. Now, this thing in-game does get a stabilizer. In real life, apparently it couldn't. Somebody was telling me that. I don't know how true that is, and if it is true, maybe in the future they might fix that. I don't know, but it's something to note if you're going to purchase a vehicle, that if in real life there were some documents saying one thing and in the game it's different, just know that they might not change. I don't think they'll change it. I highly doubt they'll change it, but there's a plausibility that they will change it. So just keep that in mind. If you have the L44 and you've been using it today, let me know how you like it in the comments down below. Hopefully I will have some normal gameplay footage for you guys later on today, or not later on today, tomorrow. The other video I'm going to make today is on this thing, which is the TAM. And yeah, I can't wait to do that. And we'll see you guys tomorrow and later on today on stream. And let me know what vehicle you want to see first out of things. I requested the T80 because I think that's the coolest thing to do a video on, but other than the T80, let me know what you guys would like to see. I will prioritize it, get some good gameplay out of it, get some ace games, and really tell you how these vehicles perform this patch. It's been your boy Slick. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.